you can't have kids. You know, as men, that statement is one that we don't often think about. We live under the assumption that if we want to, we will be able to. That if I have no urgent health crisis, then I will be fine. And I lived under that thought for 31 years, and fuck, was I ever wrong. Now, I made a video about my ongoing concern, my cancer scare. And if you haven't checked out that video, you can check it out after this one, and you can find that out right here. Now, for you men between the ages of 27 to 55 plus, if you don't know what PSA is, you should. It doesn't stand for public service announcements, although this is one. It stands for prostate specific antigen. And the prostate specific antigen, that is a protein made by the prostate. And if you have high levels of it, that is what indicates a higher chance of prostate cancer. So all throughout 2010, I was an F-tard. I had no clarity, no goals. I didn't know where I belonged in life. I spent time with friends who I later had to drop, and I spent time with women who I admit were a complete waste of time. You know, Proverbs 13:20 says, whoever walks with the wise will become wise, but that who is a companion of fools will suffer harm. You know, and this is so true because when I hung out with this group of people who always said, I will never want kids in my life, I myself found myself saying, I never want kids. They're such a drag. But inside, and that's where the conflict is, inside, I would say, well, if I ever wanted kids later, I can. But that is not so true anymore when potential cancer is staring you in the face. Now, have you ever been, or you know of a friend, or a friend of a friend who's been in a scary health situation, and while they're going through that, they're facing mounting medical expenses? You really don't take that situation to heart until you experience it yourself. The GoFundMe page that they set up, that doesn't really affect you, so you don't really care about it. I'd say you really start caring about it once you start experiencing yourself. Recently, I got an estimate for an MRI, which I have to take. The cost of that is going to be $800. And that is something that insurance doesn't cover, and I'm gonna be there for only an hour. It's wildly different from when I took MRIs in Canada, which were free. Hallelujah to universal healthcare. And guys, this does not cover all the doctor appointments that I had, each of which only lasted for like 30 or 40 minutes, and each of which cost me like $114. Being resourceful, I did research on how operations like MRIs cost so much and discovered that location matters. Bard AI really helped me here, and we found that southern states are generally cheaper than northern or blue states. And that makes sense because the salaries and the cost of living in southern states are much lower than those in the northern states or in the blue states. And additionally, this MRI graphic shows that the cost widely differs between whether you're going to a clinic or whether you're going to a hospital. You know, I think that as men, we often think that we're lucky because we don't have that much to worry about when it comes to health than women. I mean, it's comparing prostate versus cervical, ovarian, or breast cancer. But that doesn't really give us a free pass to neglect our chances for prostate cancer. And when you can, guys, definitely go get checked out. Forgot my helmet. But yeah, guys, I think that although we have one or two less cancers to worry about, we do have to worry about being financial providers because men are usually the breadwinner. They provide the bacon, so that is something to keep in mind. And I think I'm gonna start some sort of donation for prostate cancer because that is not talked about anywhere as far as I know. So I'll put it somewhere up and you guys can just check it out if you want to donate to prostate cancer. But anyways, guys, if you guys want to have your financial house in order, then you might want to check out the critical illness video that I made, which was the start of all this cancer scare series. And you can check that out right here.